Meta tags are snippets of text that describe a page's content. The meta tags don't appear on the page themselves, but on the page's code. We all know meta tags or tags from the blog culture, and now we can even tag our files in Finder in the Mac OS operating system. The meta tags are more or less the same thing. They are little content descriptors that tell search engines what the page is all about. The only difference that you can see between tags on a blog post and meta tags is that you can't find the meta tags visible. It's visible only to search engines and to people who know where to look for them. Meta stands for metadata, which is the kind of data these tags provide, data about the data on your page. There are 4 types of meta tags, and we'll cover all of them here. Some of them are not as useful as they once were. Others are worth using regularly and very likely increase the traffic by letting Google know who you are and what you provide. There are more than 4 kinds of meta tags, but most of them are less common and not so relevant to web marketing, so we will not be covering them here. The 4 types of meta tags that we are going to discuss are the meta keywords attribute. They are a series of keywords that you deem relevant to the page in question. The title tag, this is the text that you'll see at the top of your browser. Search engines view this text as the title of your page. Meta description attribute, it is a brief description of the page. And the meta robot attribute, an indication to search engine crawlers as to what they should do with the page. So let's take the title tag first. Title tags are the most important of all meta tags discussed here. They are tags that have a real impact on search rankings, and perhaps as importantly as are the only tags that we will discuss here that are visible to the average user. You find them at the top of your browser, either in organic search pages or on PPC landing pages. It is useful if you want to give the page one primary title for the user, but want to clarify or simplify that information for SEO purposes and for the user who will be shuffling multiple tabs on their page. So if I have multiple tabs open, it is very probably that I may identify the page that was open by the meta tag or the title meta tag. The title element of a web page is meant to be an accurate and concise description of the page's content. This element is critical to both the user experience and to the search engine optimization. It creates value in 3 specific areas: relevancy, browsing, and in search engine results. If you keep your titles under 55 characters, you can expect at least 95% of your titles to display properly. Keep in mind that search engines may choose to display a different title than what you provide in your HTML. Titles in search results may be rewritten to match your brand, user query, or even other considerations. Generally, it is said that Google will take as many characters as it fits into the 512 pixel display. So try and keep your meta tag title between 50 to 60 characters. A title tag is the main text that describes an online document. Title elements have long been considered as the most important on-page SEO element, and it appears in 3 key places: browsers, search engines, results page, that is the SERPs, and the external websites. In a browser, the title tag often shows up on the top of the browser's Chrome in tabs. Search engine results page, you can see the title tag in the description or just where the results are in the SERPs. And many external websites, especially social media sites, use the title tag of a page as its anchor tag, linking anchor text. And this is how the title code of a meta tag looks like. Because title tags are such an important part of SEO, implementing best practices for title tags make a terrific, low-cost, high-impact SEO task. Here are the critical recommendations for optimizing title tags. Be mindful of the length. As stated, search engines will truncate titles in search results that exceed a certain length. Remember, we told you 512 pixels wide is what Google will show. So if the title is too long, the search engine will show an ellipse, that is a ... to indicate that the title tag has been cut off. The title length is not a hard and fast rule. So if you are 1 or 2 pixels over, they might show you the entire title length. But the showing of the ellipse, while sometimes good, is not always good because you have not tried to convey your entire message if your title tag is cut off. Next, you place the keywords that are important very close in the beginning of the title. This is according to our testing and according to our experience. Like if I am selling transcription services, my keywords for the page is transcription services. So I should start with transcription services that are affordable by GMR transcription instead of saying GMR transcription gives affordable transcription services in the title tag. The more important, start with it in the beginning. Next, you should leverage your branding. Many SEO firms recommend that using a brand name at the end of the title tag helps instead of starting it at the beginning. And because you are using your branding in the title tag, you are making an effort that the user or the visitor to your page remembers your brand and it has recall value. Finally, consider readability and the emotional impact of the title tag. Just don't think in terms of keywords. Think how readable it is and what impact does it have upon the user. Because the better the user experience, the more chances are of conversions. So the next meta tag is the meta description tag. It is a useful meta tag as it explains to search engines and sometimes even to searchers what your page is about. For example, if I am Googling the page, how to optimize title tags, here is what I encounter in the search results. And as you can see, I can make my click on the listing based on the description that I find more appealing. Meta description should employ keywords intelligently, and it should also create a description at what the user would want to click. So as we said, meta description tags, though not important in SERPs, are extremely important in gaining user click-throughs from the SERPs. So they are short paragraphs that are the web's master's opportunity to advertise content to the searchers and to let them know exactly whether the given page contains the information that they are looking for. Meta description should employ the keywords intelligently. Why? Because they come in bold. And your optimal length should be around 155 characters because after that, it is truncated in SERP results. Direct relevance to the page and the uniqueness between each page's meta description is the key to creating a good meta title. And here is a code sample of how the meta tag shows up, or the description tag shows up. So how can you create optimized description tags? Remember, we have always said that it is not enough to just have rankings in SERPs. People should be compelled to click upon your SERPs. So by writing the descriptions of the meta tags, this is how we try to do it. So first, write a compelling ad copy. Treat the description meta tag as an ad copy. It draws readers to the website from the SERPs and therefore becomes an important part of search marketing. Crafting a readable, compelling description using important keywords can improve the click-through rate for a given web page. To maximize click-through rates on search engine results page, it is important to note that Google and other search engines bold the keywords in the description that they match. So once it's bold, your eye is naturally drawn towards the listing. The recommended length for meta descriptions is around 160 characters. Keep it between 150 to 160 characters and avoid being truncated. Next, avoid duplicate meta description tags. Don't create the same meta description tags for each and every page. Each page should be unique. One way to combat duplicate meta description tag is to create a dynamic and a programmable way to make unique meta description pages for automated pages, especially in e-commerce or product websites. Meta description tag is not a Google ranking factor. Google has announced this many times. always remember, if you are using quotes in the meta description, it is going to be cut off. And sometimes it's okay not to write the meta descriptions. Why? Because Google or other search engines do tend to find out what the description is about, especially if you're using product descriptions. So this is all about the meta description tag. Next, now we'll come to the keyword meta tag. Meta keywords are an example of the meta tag that does not make sense to use these days. Years ago, the meta keyword tags was very beneficial, but not anymore. Years ago, when marketers were very eager for page views, they have totally corrupted the keyword meta tag by stuffing them with irrelevant keywords. For example, if your page was just about another person and if Lindsay Lohan was the trendiest, they used to stuff the keyword meta tag with Lindsay Lohan, getting people to visit the website for which there was no content. So finally, search engines like Google did get wise and they decided to devalue the entire meta tag, the keyword meta tag. These days, Google does not use the meta keywords tags in its ranking algorithm at all because it is very easy to abuse. However, in our experience, we have shown that if you use the meta keyword tag attribute in Bing, you do tend to rank higher and faster. Next, we come to the meta robo attribute. With this attribute, you are telling the search engines what to do with your pages, that you are providing an instructions or a set of instructions to search engine of what to do with the web page. So the meta robo tag attribute has 4 attributes: index, no index, follow, no follow. The index and no index tells the search engine whether to show your pages in search results or not. Remember, they don't tell you not to crawl the page. They tell the search engine whether to display the page or not in the SERPs. And the other is follow and no follow. This tells the engines what to do with links on your page, whether they should trust and follow the links to the next page or not. These are very important meta tags because when you use them later along with another tag called the robo.txt, it makes sense to optimize the page depending upon whatever situation comes. The follow and no follow tag is a big tag if you are building links to the pages and for SEOs, because when you say you want a search engine to follow a certain link, this means you are trusting that page and you are also parsing some of the value of your page to that link. So to follow or not to do a no follow is also a big decision in SEO. So if there are no robo meta tags, the default is index, follow. So there's no need to spell that out. So this leaves us with 4 other situations where you use, this is how you write the codes. Content is equal to no index, follow, which means do not show to search engines, but give value to the links. If you use content, index, no follow, this means index my data, show it in the SERPs, but don't follow any of the links or don't give value to any of the links. And if you say content is equal to no index, no follow, this means don't show it in the SERPs and don't follow any of the links.